Hi guys, welcome back for another one. Now before we kick off today's video, a little background information. Yags, also known as Scopely Fixed Prices in the game, was the first to complete Dark Dimension 4. Since he was the first person to do that, he will get the right to pick a character in the game for the community to get 100 shards of. Now he did open up to the community. The community, as far as I know, the majority selected Cull. It was a very close race between Cull and Ghost, but at the end of the day, did the community make the right choice? Did they have all the information before they made that choice? And that's what today's video is. We are going to go over every single metric between these two characters and compare them to find out if the community made the right choice. So guys, if you're ready for it, sit back, relax, and let's get into it. Now to kick this video off, Cull and Ghost. We get 100 shards of them. Does that give us any advantage in any PvP content? The answer is no. No one will get a competitive advantage in any PvP mode over these 100 shards. The main reason is every player is getting 100. So everyone just got the same competitive advantage, which nullifies anyone else's gain in competitive advantage by getting these 100 shards. Alright, so first up, early game players. We're going to assume that you guys are going to unlock both of these characters if they were the 100 character chosen. If you guys start playing this game sometime after May, you probably don't have Cull unlocked. If you started playing this game sometime during the fall, you probably don't have Ghost unlocked, and you probably won't have either one of them unlocked if you started then. So the question becomes, as an early game player, as you guys go through this, if you are an early game player, as you go through this, I want you to keep in mind, how does this work for you going forward? Now, moving to the mid-game. Mid-game, basically getting Cull unlocked, if that's what you need, will not help you if you are missing Thanos, Proxima, or Ebony Maw, as you can't get that in Power Thanos, which means you don't get the full Optimal Team Black Order, and Cull, as far as I'm aware, is not a standalone character. Now, your mid-game with Ghost, well, Ghost is a nice plug-and-play character, doesn't really need Tech to work, and this character could be especially useful in some game modes if you're really good at ISO management and how ISO works. Let's get moving into more details. My current series resource management is going on, and I'm going to give you guys what the score is for each one of these characters currently according to efficiency in the game. Cull has a score of 101.5. Ghost has a score of 100. They're very close to the same efficiency resource wise. Now let's look at Cull's availability. Now, his farmability is premium or exclusive. I know the community doesn't really consider that farmable, but the devs do, so that's his location where he is. But currently, he is still in Mega Orbs, Basic Orbs, and Ultimus Orbs. Now, Ghost currently has no farm location, but is in Mega Orbs, Basic Orbs, and Ultimus Orbs, and Premium Orbs that I forgot to write down there, but even though he's not an exclusive drop, he's less than a 1% drop out of the Premium Orb. Now, assuming Cull stays in Premium Orb and Ghost actually gets a farming location, obviously Ghost down the road will be the more easily attainable character. Alright, moving on to some more good stuff. We have Blackwater, which is Cull is a part of, is the #1 team in the game, as rated by Casino. Now, I know Casino's not a popular person by everyone in the community, but he is someone's opinion I truly believe is on the nose when it comes to things like character kits and character development in this game. Now, Tech is rated number 14. A very huge discrepancy between the two characters if you're looking to build a full team. Black Order is also arena meta team, right? They dominate arena. There currently is not a direct counter to them, which allows them to pretty much rule the roost. The higher the CP, the higher they rule, basically. Now, Ghost, on the other hand, it does look like she has some use for arena, but she's more of an early or mid-game arena choice, does fade out as you get towards the end game content. And they both can be used in 4 different campaign missions, so not a big difference there. Next up, let's talk about real-time arena. Well, Black Order so far in Season 1 has been blocked every single week. A part of me keeps thinking that they're going to keep getting blocked, and as of recording this, Season 2 hasn't started yet, so I'm not sure what to expect because you guys are going to see this after Season 1 has ended, so it's possible they could allow us to have Black Order for the first time in real-time arena. My gut tells me don't count on it. And Ghost, well, so far any videos I've watched, there is really no meta real-time arena used for her to be found. Let's move on to War. Black Order is the meta team. Some players put them on defense to slow the opponents down from clearing. Some keep them for their offense to clear a little faster. But overall, the #1 team people invest heavily in to make sure that they can clear those bigger defensive targets. Now, Pimtech, on the other hand, not a meta war team. This team I can definitely see why it has no use in the late game, because most late game players currently in the game have been playing long enough to have Supernatural build up, and Supernatural is a direct counter to Pimtech. All those evades and dodge don't mean nothing when Elsa Bloodstone's just blasting them all to, the Timbuktu. But I could see how Pimtech could work, especially in early game war. But once again, Pimtech's not farmable, so newer players would not have Pimtech to even begin with. Next up, let's talk about U7 raids. Cull. So far, every graphic I looked up, there is no use for Cull as a meta U7 team. And Ghost, on the other hand, seems to be an alternative on U17s, which means she's not a main feature, but is a plug and play replacement for another person if they would go down. Or if you don't have that character, you can plug in Ghost instead. Next up, let's talk about challenges. Now, this is focusing on the highest level challenge tiers. So first up, Cull can be used for ability enhancement and training day. I do have for him recorded of being a part of a team that has cleared both of those challenges at the highest tier. And Ghost can do ability enhancement also and Orb Frag challenge. So they're 2 for 2 there of the challenges they can clear at the highest tier. Now let's talk about Dark Dimension. Well, Cull is a non-efficient toon. I don't know if he's absolutely not worth your investment for Dark Dimension, but it's the fact that he's a bio character, and there are so many good bio characters you need, especially the symbiotes for the city node. When you get to Dark Dimension 3 and 4, that Cull is pretty much just shifted off, but a lot of people do go back and invest the gear into Cull just because of Black Order. So one, not an efficient toon for Dark Dimension, not a character you're probably going to rank up for it. Does take 60 of the 14 pieces and 72 of the gear 15 pieces. Ghost, on the other hand, well, she is an efficient toon for Dark Dimension, one of the highly recommended top 5 characters. Tech gear, there's not a lot of high value tech characters in the game. You probably got Minerva, Doc Ock, and then the list just falls from there. But she does take the same as Cull, 60 of those gear 14 pieces and 72 of those gear 15 pieces. Now to end this, let's talk about legendaries. Now Cull does not unlock a legendary. There is no legendary that requires Cull or any member of the Black Order. And kind of the same thing with Ghost. Doesn't unlock a legendary, right? As of right now, that is correct. In the upcoming weeks, we should know who is needed to unlock Jubilee, as I'm expecting the first character of that team required for Jubilee to be announced farmable on the January 15th blog. So, in the event, if Ghost and Pimtech are needed for Jubilee as rumored, Ghost would actually become rated number 14 in my resource management list, which means she would make the top 20 as a highly efficient character for players to build. And as a new game player, that's extremely important. Now guys, I'm not going to tell you who you should have voted for. I'm not going to tell you if the community got it right or wrong. I'm just here to lay out the details of each of these two characters, as I believe the opinion of an early, mid-game, and late-game player's opinions are all different, because it's what you have yet to do in the game that I think makes the biggest decision when it comes between these two characters. So guys, before you go, you got one last job to do. In the comment section down below, let me know who you think the community should have voted for, Cull or Ghost. And that way I know if the community got it right. And guys, if you enjoyed this one, give me a thumbs up. If you're new here and haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. And if you do not want to miss any future video by Mr. Free to Play, I could have said yours truly, don't forget that notification bell. And with all that said, I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye.